Rambam. You think the Rebbe only learned Rambam? The Rebbe sat and learned Kol HaYom v'Kol HaLayla. Everything. But Rabbim, after the Rebbe was misaken the takana of Limud Rambam, the Rebbe used to go around with a Rambam in his hand. I myself, I once peeked in Sukkot, when the Rebbe would go into his Sukkah. So after the Rebbe gave the essay, one of the helpers, the Shamoshim, would go in to set up some mezainis for the Rebbe. So I peeked in, I stood there by the door, anyone was able to see. He opened the door, and I saw the Rebbe standing there with a Rambam in his hand and shuckling and learning Rambam. It gave me such a hisraksha, such an excitement, that the Rebbe is actually standing, Barabim basically, and he's telling us, look, I too am learning Rambam. It's not just a takana that the Rebbe is asking you to do. The Rebbe is saying, I too am learning Rambam. In fact, Rabbi Willa mentioned before that Rambam brings us closer to Mashiach, which Bashgacha Pratis, the Siyum Harambam, this year is during the 3 weeks. In this man, when the Rebbe demands and asks us to learn the Inyonim of Hilchas Beis HaBechira, and we're learning tomorrow Hilchas Mashiach. There was once a Fabrengen, that I was there, attended the Fabrengen. The Rebbe was speaking then about another takana that other Gdei Yisrael instituted, Daf HaYomi. Daf HaYomi is a beautiful thing. But the Rebbe was saying then that Daf HaYomi is not for everybody. Because there's a klal, Lo'olam Yilmid Odem B'Mokem Sholi B'Chofetz. You should learn where you want to learn. You shouldn't be told which daf to learn on a given a specific day. I remember, I was a bachel, what's going through my head? The Rebbe is saying Daf HaYomi is not for everybody, because that you cannot limit a person to learn a certain daf every single day. Going through my head, what's the Rebbe talking about? What about the Rambam? The Rebbe made a similar takana. The Rebbe finished talking about Daf HaYomi, and then the Rebbe gave a scream, oh, but Rambam! The Rebbe said, Rambam! Rambam is different. Why is Rambam different? He said, because Rambam is Achdus Yisrael to bring Moshiach Tzidkenu. That's what Rambam is. When everyone learns Rambam, all the halachas, mekabetz, kol halachas shebeteidah shebapeh kula, that includes everyone and brings everyone closer to Moshiach. In andere Werte, Liboy Chofetz of a Yid is to learn Rambam. The Liboy Chofetz of every single Chosid, and by that matter every single Yid, is to learn Rambam. When we know all these Gevaldik Inyonim of learning Rambam, I just want to point out a few additional Nekudos, which will give us maybe a push if someone still has a suffix whether he should learn Rambam, to learn Rambam.